All right, in this video, I'm going to explain how to become a chart witness follower. But before I do, I have to explain a couple of important points to get us started in the right direction. The first things first is you need to have a proper profile pic. And that profile pic has to be of stock charts, a success, or a picture of yourself. Okay, that's what you need for a profile pic. So it has to be something reasonable within those lines. All right. The next thing is that I'm going to be asking you some questions, and you don't want to post those. You don't want to post. You don't want to post those answers. Um, damn. You don't want to post those answers on StockTwits. You want to wait for me to follow you. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to become a chart witness. You're going to ask. Sorry, you're going to ask me to become a chart witness follower with the appropriate profile pic that I explained just in the beginning of this video. From there, I'm going to see that you've done that simple instruction, or you have the right, and I'm going to follow you. After I follow you, I'm going to ask you some questions that I'm going to ask in this video. You're going to tell me the answers. Okay? So that's why you need to see this video from start to end. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, so make sure you wait to become that I'm following you before you send any answers, basically. So basically, the first thing you do is you ask me to become a chart witness follower. Okay. As a chart witness follower, you're going to be receiving charts, and I'm going to talk about Apple as an example of a chart. I send a lot of other stock charts, Mastercard, UNH, a lot Facebook. Some stuff I post on the StockTwits, but a lot of stuff I send to my chart witness followers, and it'll be like this format. So let's go to the first Apple trade. Now, Apple trade I've been posting on StockTwits, and that's how a lot of people get to know me because it's a big stock. One that I'm a long-term investor in, and also I made multiple option trades in this, just so many. But anyways, let's start with this new breakout that we had February the 8th chart, and I posted this on the StockTwits chart. And as a chart witness follower, I'm going to click on this. As a chart witness follower, you always want to be active on my stream, making comments when applicable. Okay, so it's common. See, people always make comments. Okay. I want to make comments as a chart witness follower, always, okay? Now, I'm going to click on the chart, and basically what I send to my chart witness followers is charts like this with instructions. But this was posted on the Apple, on my stream, on for Apple. But it's exactly like this. I send what has to happen, and what are my thoughts. I talk about targets. I talk about the calls. At this time was the March the 20th call at this time, right? With 120 calls, right? And this was the price. This is what I said. And look what, when it hit that number, boom, we took off. Anyways, this was the first breakout chart. Okay. Now, what you're going to say to me is that on February the 6th was the beginning of a strong move. Was it what? No, sorry. February the 6th was the first chart to explain the breakout, the second breakout. February the 6th. Nope. Scratch all that. All right. What you're going to say is February the 6th is an important chart to pause. February the 6th is an important chart to pause. All right. Let's go to another. I set this up, so that's the 8th. Then on February the 12th, on my stream, I set this all up like on, so I get to it quickly. Let's click on this chart here. And again, what you'll notice is my stream is very active. There's lots of comments, lots of likes, and that's what all my I expect my chart witness followers to do, is to be active on my stream. So you got to be active. So if you're not active, if you can't, if you can't make simple messages here and there on a daily basis on my stream, like you don't follow the market, you don't have to take the trades, right? But I do want you to be active on the stream. You can just as you can witness stuff. That's why it's called chart witness follower. It doesn't say you got to trade it, but you're witnessing. Maybe you'll trade it, right? It's up to you, really. You might do it sometime in the future after you really gain a lot of trust, right? So anyways, let's click on this chart here. And when Apple got to 126, this is what I said, right? I explained the distance of the breakout. I said this was very short. And you know what? Press pause. If you haven't seen this, press pause in the video and just read this. Okay. Read this. Is gold here because you're witnessing true analysis, powerful analysis. This is not what you're going to get from or people think about deeply or other subscription-based services do. They don't. They tell you buy, no nothing. It's all guesswork. Power Trick or Trade, the real deal. I tell it how it is. Look at this kind of time I took to make this explanation of why I was thinking this is going to go higher. Of course, I was in these options at the time. I actually rolled into the March 125 calls at this point from the 120s. So I took profits and then rolled. I've taken profits, but also rolled out into to cheaper options. March 125 call, since I'm expecting this to go to 132, 135. That's a huge gain again, right? So anyways, one answer you can say is on February the 12th, you talked about rolling into the March 125 calls. That's a great one right there. Okay, so that'll be an answer. That you'll give me what I just said right there. If you missed what I just said, I would rewind the video a bit, and listen to what I just said. All right, now I'm going to go to so now we're going to go to the February. Now that was February the 12th. So now we're going to go to the February the 15th update. Okay, this was again all posted on my stream. As you can see, lots of views, lots of likes, lots of comments. Again, trade for trade. Click on this. When it was at 127, people were talking about, oh, it's going to go down. It's going to go. I looked at the streams. I get amused by all the honestly worthless. There's so much worthless information on StockTwits. It's not funny. There's just people guessing, hemming and hawing all the time. But this is what I posted anyways. I mean, I believe I post the best stuff on StockTwits. I mean, no one does this stuff. Nobody. I haven't seen anything like this on StockTwits. Nobody. This is great for me anyways. So I then gave another detailed chart explaining breakout 1, breakout 2, and the distances I'm showing again. And I said this is also way more powerful than the last one. I've stated this many times. Again, press pause. And you can say that the chart with the February 13th close was another great explanation. The chart with the February 13th close was another great explanation. Okay. Yeah, press pause. Read this. This is gold. What you're seeing, people. I mean, I give detailed explanation. From all my charts, and I posted this on StockTwits for everybody to see. It all went through. This trade, I actually talked about this trade way before that. I'm not going to go into the scope of this video, but I even talked about it way before the breakout on my stream. I mean, I've covered all this points, all this from this breakout. Then I added 105, the 109, the 115. I called multiple breakouts all through this last breakout point. Then we went through the chop. There's supposed some small profits to be made, and then again the big run. This is why I was telling people when this thing runs, and I was preparing people, we're going to have an explosive move, and I gave targets all the time, and entry points, and confirmation points, and you name it. And if you read this here, if you look at what the charts have done, this is what, and believe me, people were calling a lot of things, saying a lot of stuff. Let's go back to the beginning here. And then again, February the 24th was my last update so far from this video, how to become a chart witness follower. So I'm going to click on this here, and there you have it, this update, and we'll see what happens here. I've already made a ton of profits at this point in time, but I believe this was going to go higher, and then I explained that, and you can read this. Press pause. So there you have it, people. If you want to become a chart witness follower, you've got to be active on my stream. And one last thing that I want to talk about. Okay, you see this line, February the 24th. This is an important message to respond to, because when I send you the stock, the chart, the updates. See, I'm getting my inbox started. People are starting again. When I'm making my updates, when I send you updates, what you do is I'm going to set. I sent an update to my chart witness followers. Check it out. Very important. Check your spam as well. When you see these type of messages, that means you're supposed to respond to it, and only respond. By the way, don't say any. Like some people, I'm going to correct this problem, but just respond to this. This line here isn't to ask me questions. Okay, it's just to say, got it. February the 24th. So whatever the date is, for example, people say they got it, right? These are all people that received it. Then there's people who say like they make some comments. We don't want to make comments. It's this particular line is only to write that you got it with the date and whatever and thanks, whatever, something, but not to ask questions. Not to say you haven't received something, because sometimes people there's sometimes there's an email issue, but the email issue usually could be from the server on the side that people didn't just come through right away. It comes a few hours later. But anyways, that's another thing. So another important answer is that on what's that date that I said here? Oh yeah, on February. One second here, people. How did I lose that? Yeah, on February 24th. Yeah, you just want to. Another important answer is that on February the 24th is an important message to respond to, but only that you receive the charts. Okay, February 24th is an important message to respond to, that you've received the charts, but you don't want to, that you receive the charts. Okay, and again, you do not want to post any other messages on that stream. That's just for people to say they got the chart, so I can easily see, who's taking the time to make and with the date of whatever the post is. So, for example, this was February the 24th, as you can see, February the 24th. What did people post here? Got it, February 24th. Thank you. Right. So all you want to do is reply to it. Got it, February 24th. Thank you. See, this is great. What this person wrote, this is great. They needed to write the date. That's fine. But most people, they write the. And again, some people were some older people that wanted to come back in. Again, they didn't know better. But what you really want to do is great. See, this is a great one. Great post, Sandro. February 24th. You deserve it the best. Thanks for all the updates. That's the kind of stuff you want to post on this particular line. Okay. and anything you can say to tell me that you understand that. So there's quite a bit of questions and answers, but you know something, it's worth it. So there you have it, people. You know what to do. I keep getting, my stream is very active for a reason. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this long-winded video. I'm sure that if you did, you're going to be a great follower. Thanks for listening. Like the video.